Yeah, certainly sure that this has been a kind of debate that has been going on, and people have been curious about Peter Obi joining ADC. And people were asking if Peter Obi is going to win primary election to become the flag bearer of ADC. The truth is this: I'm going to open your psychological insight about what is going to happen in ADC. Peter Obi is going to be the flag bearer of ADC. How do I mean? You know, Peter Obi is a very good negotiator. Yeah, Peter Obi is a very good negotiator. Why I said Peter Obi is going to be the flag bearer of ADC is that Peter Obi think before he acts, and Peter Obi consult before he acts. The question you should ask is that what is the reason why Peter Obi did not defect all this while? Why did he wait till this time? Why was there every or different kind of meeting before he finally exited or joined ADC? It's because agreement has been reached. But many of you is expecting that ADC will declare a particular or one person as a non-consensus flag bearer, or they will tell you they will not have primary election and they will just give somebody automatic ticket. No, they're going to pretend as if they're going to have real primary election, but they already know where it's going to go. Peter Obi is somebody that don't want to compete for primary election because he's not ready to give shishi, and he knows that if he goes to with that agreement with them at that first time, he will be forced to do primary election, which he knows that they are not going to do their primary election fair and free and fair. They're going to pay people, and Atiku is capable of doing that, which him don't want to do. So Peter Obi wouldn't even stand in a primary election with those kind of people. So why he went back there is that there is an agreement, and that agreement has been reached, and you will see at the end of it that one-term president is what Peter Obi is going to go in for. And at the end of it, they might do primary election, but they already know how they will do it, and they know who they will vote for, and Peter Obi will be the flag bearer because Peter Obi is a good negotiator. But there is one thing that Peter Obi is suffering from. And that thing that Peter Obi is suffering from it has nothing to do with Peter Obi himself, but it has something to do with where Peter Obi is from, where Peter Obi is indigenous to, which is the Southeast. You see, the Southeast has reduced the negotiation power of Peter Obi. I didn't mean Peter Obi has a very high negotiation power. Peter Obi would have been the most valuable, in fact he's still now, but he's already the most valuable politician in Nigeria. But Southeast and Igbo people has reduced Peter Obi negotiation power. How do I mean this? You see, if a lot of population of Southeast hadn't been the contributor or they are involved in the political system of Nigeria, especially in the voting system of Nigeria, you would have seen that Peter Obi would have a very high negotiation power. Because what gives you a very high negotiation power as a politician in Nigeria is the number of registered voters cards attributed to your area. For instance, now you can see that the number of total registered voters card is more in the north than the west. Before even south has more before you talk about Southeast. Why? Because the Southeast people, they don't come out to register, and when they want to register, they register to another part of the country. Like many of the Southeast are in Southwest, and they register there, and that their voters card is counted for the power of registered voters people that those people can present. Even in the north, we have up to 500,000 or even up to 1 million, or let's just say yes, of the Southeast that are registered in the north, including Abuja. You talk about Kwara, you talk about Kogi, you talk about Plateau State, you talk about Kaduna. There are indigenous Igbo people there that register their voters card there. What they are doing is that you're increasing the negotiation power of the politicians in that side. But because you did not register to your own side, you are having a low voters turnout. You must not necessarily vote, but the number, if you increase the number of the registered voters in your area in Southeast, it gives your politician more avenue to negotiate, because they will see them as important, because they see that they are bringing something to the table. Because now, if you're in a table where as a politician you need to make a request or negotiate for a favor, you find out that if you go to negotiate with Tinubu now, and another person, a politician, came to negotiate for the same thing, Tinubu is going to likely listen to that person from the north, because they have voting power. They have a very high number. They're expecting more vote from them. And it's not as if the Southeast don't have this population, but we're so self-centered that we focus on ourselves. You want to register you are in Yoruba land, you want to register there. That is why you see an average northern, their voters registration is always in their state. They don't, even if they're not going there to vote at that particular time, they will register in their state. That is why they're giving their states more negotiation power. And please, my Igbo people, understand this thing is very important. Transfer your vote to your state. Transfer your voter registration to your state. And those of you that have not registered, come out and register, so that you can increase the total number of the voters, registered voters, valid registered voters in the Southeast. What this does is that it gives your politicians more mouth to negotiate, because they will know, yes, we have something to bring. We can provide 10 million votes. And if you take our population, indigenous Igbo people are more than 40 to 50 million. If out of these 50 million, we can have 20 million that is registered to Southeast states, you will give us, or you give your politician more mouth, and that will be, at that particular time, will become indispensable. So please, let's learn this and learn good. Share this video.